moment from childhood where I earned, something with hard work.
I mean, there is a life lesson in there in terms of learning the value of hard work. Allison, you have raised several children. Before we get to your opinion, though, I just want to acknowledge: are you up and moving? Are you out of bed?
I am out of bed. Yesterday was my first day out of bed
Allison
after 11 days in the bed.
Oh my God! I'm glad you're okay.
Glad to see you on the mend. But did you give an allowance to your children, and what seems like a reasonable rate?
You know what? They're so old, I don't even remember. Most of them are in their 20s and 30s. I probably gave them something, but the youngest one, the 15-year-old, he actually works for me, and I give him a paycheck so he understands understands hard work and teaching him how to save. And his literally savings account is bigger than mine because he knows that lesson of earning, as a young person. But if he didn't work for me, I would probably make him, I don't know, I would probably give him something because kids do need to learn how to earn at an early age and save.
Yeah, I mean, maybe my whole life and adulthood would have been different had I learned a little financial responsibility when I was younger. But I can't blame my parents for that. That was purely my own fault. Freddie, welcome to the Lion Zoom room. Freddie, did you get an allowance as a kid?
Oh yeah, I do. I remember I usually when I live with my parents, I get $20 in allowance.
Okay.
I just keep my money with it. Oh, speaking of allowance, you know how much I got? I got a brand new shoe.
Heck yeah.
I just got.
There you go.
It's called the Nike Shock. Sorry about the wrapper, but yeah, but here it is, the Nike Shocks.
There you
That's
go.
really cool.
Like a live unboxing we're doing.
That's exactly. I mean, that's what people
I
tune
like
in to
nice, huh?
YouTube for. Freddie, thank you. I mean, I don't know.
You're welcome.
It's one of those things. If I'll probably give my kid an allowance someday, but
It's going to be Bitcoin. You're going to have to buy him you're going to hit him with a crypto wallet.
Yeah, I don't know. Screen time seems like a mistake.
Yeah,
screen time.
We'll go backwards. I promise you, it's coming.
I don't know. I'll deal with that in the future. In the meantime, let's talk about the holiday season now. Apparently, there's a new trend. A shocking number of Americans say they don't want anything gift-wise for the holidays this year. According to a recent survey from Empower, 33% of people said they weren't asking for gifts this year. This no gifts trend, they say, is a move to counter the rise in consumerism. In that same survey, though, 60% of Americans said that gifting culture has grown out of hand, while nearly half of those surveyed admitted to feeling gift fatigue. 44% say they'd rather give the gift of time. David, what does that sound like to you?
Well, cheap. But I love the gift of time. But I agree too. Like, it is kind of crazy. Like, my mom was a grown woman. Mm-hmm. She's like, "What are you buying me for Christmas?" I'm like, "Mom, like, I got kids. You're done." Mm-hmm. Not that I don't love her. I bought her a flight, but it's out of control. We don't need gifts all the time. There should be a cap, maybe $20-$30 at the most. Give something meaningful. That hits more than just, buying something at $200. Like, all right, it's electronic. Like, I get you have money, but something meaningful from the heart that really means something. Yeah.
Ryan, if I say no presents this year, it's not because I don't want them. It's because I don't want to buy them.
I mean, I personally think right now people are giving the gift of experiences over actual material items, especially a younger generation.
Yeah.
They're more into the experience of it. Like, let's take a vacation. Let's go to a theme park like Universal Studios right behind me. Mm-hmm. Something along those lines versus a traditional socks, underwear, shirt, something you might not even enjoy, and then you feel obligated to wear or hold on to.
Yeah, that makes sense. Allison, with as many kids to shop for or grandkids to shop for, do you try to come up with more creative ways to gift?
Literally today, yes. My coworker and I talked about this today because I said things are different financially this year. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Because they're little. They don't understand. They're just expecting something. Mm-hmm. And we were like, you know what, we can like make little decorative bags of cookies and put little tiny, like little Happy Meal toys or something. It does not have to be extravagant. Like for a kid, you want to get them a little something, but also teach them that it's about the connection and the bond. Like when I was sick, not sick, but recovering, I let my grandkids come in my room and jump on the bed. Like that's not something that they normally get to do or would I ever let them do, but that was a gift to them and to me to have like the happiness and the jump in. And sometimes things like that are more important than a gift that they're just going to break or throw away later on.
That is so sweet. Seriously, that's one of the sweetest things I've ever heard. Thank you, Allison.
And there was a great viral video going around that you may have seen where basically parents were like filming their kids, and these were more like tweens type of a thing, and they would say like, "Oh, did you have a good Christmas last year?" And they would say yes, and they would be like, "Name 3 things that you got." And the kids like couldn't do it because like they're just, no matter what, they play with something for 5 minutes and then they were up back.
Can I do a quick story?
Yeah, of course.
All right, so
that's what we're here for.
I love it. So I gave my youngest daughter, they had never had hot chocolate before.
Oh.
And the way their eyes lit up when they had hot chocolate, that was a gift too. Like it's like, I think things like that, those moments, those are more, you can give me $1 million. I'll take your money, that moment with your daughter, her eyes lighting up with the hot cocoa, I'll never forget that for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
those moments mean much more.
So much more. All right, this next one, I know you guys talked about it in the last half hour, and I'm very curious. I didn't get to see your take on it, but holiday party season right around the corner, as you know. This next story may be a warning before you extend any holiday greetings. One woman making her thoughts clear when it comes to spouses and boundaries. I want you to take a listen.
Trying to be respectful. Here you go, coming front to front. Stop doing it. Be careful. Stop hugging people's husbands, chest to chest. Be respectful. Be respectful.
Stop hugging someone's husband, chest to chest. Be respectful. David, is that a thing? I mean, I don't know whether it's because we're men type of a thing. I've never once thought about how I hug someone, whether we're touching chests or like awkwardly angling backwards.
I think you know who you want to give a hug to and who you don't.
Right.
I will say, after Me Too, I think men are much more cognizant of being boundaries and being respectful of women, and we should have been like that the whole time. But yeah, I also think like if you're that insecure, you can't hug somebody that they're friends with. A hug doesn't mean anything. Hey, if you kiss someone on the mouth, that's a different. Hey, boy, that's a
unless
story.
you ask Marina Morocco, because apparently she's just letting the lips fly left and right. I know, based on the stories
I think I
that
just
she tells.
reported her HR. Not a big deal.
Well, all right. Well, I'll let you handle that. Allison, is this like a thing? I mean, is this something you've ever consciously thought of about how you would hug someone else's spouse, or how someone would hug your own significant other? Or do you like keep an eye on that sort of a thing?
I don't. I'm always usually the single person. I've been married, but I've been single longer. And as that, sometimes women look at me as if I'm out to get their man. And trust and believe, ladies, I don't want your man or one of my own. But people look at me because I have a little bit of a shape. Sometimes they're like, oh, look at her, like staring at me like I want him. So yeah, there are women that are insecure like that. In that case, I would always let him, and then it's just like a little side lean in type of thing. Yeah. But there are females that are thirst buckets that will be out here twerking up on your man and twisting and shaking. That happens. Like that does happen. Women do that.
Okay, interesting. See, I thinking about it a little bit more, there have definitely been people who I feel like have given you that sort of side hug type of a thing. And maybe that's the reason why I've never quite paid enough attention to it. But I come from a family of all boys, David. And us all boys, I mean, it's full smashed together cheek to cheek.
Boy.
Hugs goodbye, because we love giving each other hugs. So like that was kind of, we joke all the time that my cousin Tim, best hug you'll ever get in your entire life.
I love that. I love.
Yeah, I tell you, it's a great move at any company or work event to try to make a pass at either your boss's spouse or a subordinate spouse. That always goes over well.
What could go wrong?
But yeah, I mean, I actually had there was a family blow up about someone accused a family member of mine of a woman of hugging too closely, and going chest to chest, and it caused like a family fight for 2 years. Wow. So I mean, I think men are naturally conscious of that, and
Okay.
know a sense of boundaries. I think women, particularly if you got a big chest, should be more, be conscious of those boundaries too.
Or thirst buckets. I don't know. That's why I love no thirst buckets. I'm putting that on a t-shirt.
Big personality, David. A big personality is what you meant. Yeah. You can keep weighing in on this story and any other one you want over in our YouTube chat. We're going to take a quick break. Coming up next, we're talking about what's in women's closets. And apparently we're going to have to rely on Allison for this one because she's our only woman in the Zoom room. So there's still time to log in and join. I'll put the QR code back up so you can see it. It's right there. We're also going to talk about the debate over digital or physical calendars and whether you have a preference. In the meantime, we're going to leave you with a little live picture of some holiday spirit up in New York City. We'll be right back.
Having a guest named David's confusing the heck out of me. I'm having a hard time. I'm like jumping.
Dump.
Alrighty, it is 7:51 on this Tuesday night. Now we are back on Do You Like It or Not. I swear to God, I clicked go live on the YouTube live stream, but I left the page before it had done its whole thing. So it started a little late. If you were trying to tune in on YouTube, I apologize. User errors.
My fans are, I think they were texting me.
I know, I did hear that
the
they were.
fanalos out there.
So we don't have a ton of comments, but we do have some from West Virginia, Ben. I see you and I appreciate it. All right, in the meantime, let's dive back in and see what we're talking about next. And I promised you that we would talk about what's in a women's closet. Because a new study on consumer behavior shows the average woman owns around 95 items of clothing. However, she only wears the same 10 to 12 pieces on repeat. And apparently it has nothing to do with style or comfort. It's because of decision fatigue. The brain apparently tends to avoid overwhelming choices by gravitating toward the familiar, comfortable, and sometimes not as stylish. Let's just put it that way. Experts say you don't need to shop more. Your brain is just trying to survive. So David, what percentage of the clothes in your closet do you think you actually wear?
50%.
50%?
Yeah, I'm at 50, I think.
Okay.
I think I'm very cognizant of the pieces I buy. And I do a thing at the end of the year where if I don't wear it within that year, it gets donated. I think that's a really good rule to have and a good way to keep your closet clean.
That's an absolutely brilliant system to have, and I need to do a better job of that. Allison, since you're you're speaking on behalf of all women right now,
yes.
Do you find the results of that survey to be accurate?
That is kind of accurate. I kind of agree with that. But what makes it easier is the organization. And if I wasn't, on crutches, I would take you to my closet and show you. I have everything organized by category and then color. So it's all shirts, and then it goes from dark to light, then pants, dark to like everything is organized. So it's very easy. But I will say, Chris, the day that I was in there co-hosting with you, it took me 2 days to figure out what I was going to wear. And I bought 5 outfits, and I ended up wearing something that I have for 5 years, which I thought was insane.
I mean, an absolutely classic move, and absolutely something that I would do as well. I'm super guilty of things like that. I have tried to get better about this sort of thing as I've gotten a little older, because I feel like I get these ideas and I'm going to experiment. But then, as I was talking about with Marina Morocco earlier today, like I look at people, and I'm just going to name people. I named like Karl Lagerfeld before, Tom Ford. Yeah. Michael Kors. If you look at guys like that who are considered like high fashion, they wear the same thing all the time. They found something that works for them and they stick to it. And I've tried to like adopt that lesson. I'm not saying I've succeeded, but I've tried to adopt that. And as a result, I've tried to pare my closet down a little bit. However, it's and then I see something new and I'm like, oh, I could totally pull that off, and I can't.
Sometimes simple is better.
Jess, what percentage of the clothes in your closet, welcome to the line, Zoomer, what percentage of the clothes in your closet do you think you actually wear?
I wear usually like the same. I got probably about 15 to 20 different things I wear, but my closet is stacked up, but I don't wear half the stuff in there.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're as guilty as the rest of us then, apparently. So good luck. You don't need to buy more. That's apparently what they're trying to tell us. All right. Let's talk about this other story that I promised we would get in. And we're talking about calendars now, because most of us keep our lives organized on our phones, but many people still apparently reach for the paper planner. So a new survey by calendar communications platform eCal, which, they have their own biases here, shows digital calendars still dominate. Critics, though, say the downside of the digital version would be the risk of losing your planner altogether should something go wrong with your phone. Those who prefer the physical version say they're more likely to remember tasks and feel more committed to them. So, David, when it comes to the calendar, do you prefer to make it physical, or do you like the digital version?
Physical all the way. That's my motto in life.
Okay. Yeah.
Boundaries. But I know. I need to see it on the board. I need to write it out. In the phone, I just forget about it. I'm lazy. Everyone's like, "Why don't you use your calendar?" It's gotten me in trouble here at work many times because I'm balancing 2 stations, so I'm constantly thinking about stuff. So I put a big whiteboard in my office and I just write everything out.
Yeah.
That's that.
So I have, my phone Google Calendar that has generally, I put everybody's birthdays are in there because I love being able to text people on their birthdays. That has like things I know I need to do, reminders, people I need to text, things I need to like sign, whatever those are. Then my wife and I have a calendar on our wall in our house, which is like everything we have planned, weekend trips, plans, like things, appointments, all that kind of stuff. Then I've got, our Outlook calendar through work, which is just like nonstop meetings and things like that. It's honestly the physical calendar more than anything else, because you can check it off, and it's such a sense of accomplishment once you've finished it or whatever it is, that still reigns supreme to me as well. David, how about you? Are you more of a calendar in your phone for all of your reminders, or do you need to write it down on a physical calendar?
I'm almost just like you, Chris, where I use the Google Calendar. I have it linked to my phone, so my whole calendar, it loads up to my phone. So I have it wherever I go, and I adjust it on the computer, So, man, I love it. Awesome.
All right, fair enough. Freddie's showing off his calendar right now.
Yeah, it is. Actually, I'm going to some events this weekend, and I have it all set in my calendars right there.
So you're staying busy at the same time.
Yeah, that's a big block.
Actually, yes. Yes, I am doing digital calendars. They're really easy. I just put my plans in, and it reminds me, pops on my phone that I have events coming up.
That's definitely an advantage of the digital calendar, I will say. I also have a calendar on my desk where I write down all of my nightly do you like it or not guests as well. So that's
Chris, I need to be on that calendar more. I mean, I'm just telling you.
And you are always welcome
I mean,
to be,
come
my friend.
on.
All right, we're going to get this final story in. Let's talk about this new Samsung Trifold
Boy, this
phone. I know how you're going to feel about this, and it has nothing to do with the fact that it's 10 inches or
Heyo.
the fact that it folds twice. Yeah, you should see what I actually wrote on this one. I'll let you just read it because I probably don't even think I can say it. But because it's a Samsung, I know you're going to hate on it. But I'm curious, this idea of this gigantic phone that you fold, ignoring the fact that it costs $2,440. Do you like the way the phones are just getting bigger and then you can fold them like you used to be able to do with the flip phone? Or do you think, you know...
All right, no. And let me tell you why. Because when I was little, in the future, we were supposed to just be talking through like our watches. That was what we saw in the cartoons. You know, remember Inspector Gadget or Dick Tracy, I think?
The Jetsons, everything.
Jetsons, everyone's just, now you're walking around with a TV? No. I'm against this. You know what they should do? Why don't you fix your bubble to blue so everyone's on the blue bubble, and then you're good. How about you spend $3,000 on that?
I set them up for that. I appreciate it. As a Samsung user, I will probably upgrade to the one that Guy has. That's just the 2-fold phone.
There you go.
The 3-fold, that's just...
Well, Guy needs it. He's around town.
He's a busy man.
He's busy. He's at parties. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone in the Lion Zoom room who joined us. Thank you, David, for joining us here.
Anytime.
We'll be back tonight at 9 o'clock with Tony P. live in Brussels. In the meantime, Fox 5 News at 8 is next. Have a good night. Awesome.